Hey guys, it's Misty, Athlete Mental Health Coach, author of the Athlete Mental Health Playbook, and I've been an entrepreneur for over 10 years. So today I want to talk about how you can go from that feeling of being rattled to that feeling of being settled and relaxed. All right. So athletes out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You've been in these high pressure situations before, whether in a game, in the locker room, on the field, or even at home, right? With your family and your loved ones, where there's a lot of people counting on you and you're being pulled in a bunch of different directions. Lots of people want your attention, and you might feel pressure to live up to all these expectations of all these different people in all these different ways, and you might feel like you have to do it all right now, right? And so what can happen is people deal with this and they feel this in all different ways in their body, emotionally, physically, spiritually, right? Mind, body, soul, this all come out in different ways. But what I want you to walk away with today is some tools to help you go from that feeling of feeling rattled, whatever that might mean to you, to feeling relaxed. So for me, recently, I was in a position a couple weeks ago. I was doing way too much, had way too much on my plate, and needed to say no to some things. But what I was saying no to was my self-care, which is like my number one rule, but I violated it. I'm human. I make mistakes, right? I know better. Now I'll do better. But what happened is that I found myself where I was just like racing from one thing to the next. I felt like my thoughts weren't clear. I was trying to multitask, which we actually know that that's scientifically impossible. You can't do two different things at one time, especially like thinking and doing at one time. It just doesn't happen, right? Your full attention is not on that one thing. So I was trying to do all these different things at the same time, trying to answer all these questions. I was in my phone, in my email, here, there, wherever. And again, I found myself like, wow, I felt a lot of pressure. I felt it in my chest. I felt it in my stomach. I felt my heart racing and beating because I was just in this total adrenaline mode of just completely rattled, but knowing that I was in a position where it didn't matter. I had to get the job done anyway, right? And I reached a point during this period where all of a sudden I had to stop because I got really dizzy. My vision actually got blurry, and that made me stop. And so that made me say like, okay, Missy, I know what's happening here. Your body is trying to get your attention, right? So that's what I mean by rattled. It might mean something completely different to you, but the point is that I was not centered. I was not steady. I was not focused. I was not thinking clearly. All of these things, my compass was lost, right? I was all over the place. And so to do that, I had to come back, right? And for me, I know that I have a whole toolkit. You probably have your own toolkit. And if you don't, let's work on that. But the toolkit for me is, okay, I need to get extra rest, right? And not only just extra rest, not like sleeping only rest, but for me, I know that I need time alone. Some people, they get recharged in social environments and being around other people. And to me, to recharge, I definitely need periods of being alone, being quiet, and just being to myself, right? That's how I recharge. So I know that I needed that. I know that I needed to listen to my body more. So that means like not push it as hard. I know that I needed to take more breaks than I normally do because I was in sort of the stressed out, really exhausted and fatigued position. And I knew that even though I was aware of this, and even though, okay, I can sit and meditate, which I did, I can do my grounding techniques, which I did, but I knew that wasn't going to work like this because I was in such a place of extremely rattled, right? So it was like, I was like way over here and I needed to come back to the middle, right? And to do that, it wasn't going to happen instantaneously. It was going to be a process. So this had been going on for probably like a week already at this point, by the way. So had I used my tools and paid attention earlier, again, this is why I say lesson learned, I wouldn't have reached this point, right? But that's because I wasn't setting enough boundaries with my personal space that I needed and with that self-care that I needed. Again, so there you go. Setting those boundaries of what it is that you need. All right, so what are some other tools, some other things that you can do? If you're feeling really rattled, you need to find that steady, calming ground. There's a few things that you can do, but I want you to know that these are all individual to you because, again, you know what you need. Whereas I need to sit and be quiet by myself, you might need to listen to your favorite music for a couple hours, right? You might need to go out to with some friends to dinner. And I don't mean like wild party popping bottles, like any of that, although there's certainly a time and place for that, but I mean like just hang out, like hang out with your friends, vibe, like relax, like that might be what you need in order to just get some of that pressure off. Whatever it is, it might be journaling, it could be anything. So what I want you to do is start a self-care log. I want you to do this for 2 weeks, because this is going to open up and help you learn a lot. You're thinking, oh my God, a homework assignment, who wants to do that? I know. Well, guess what? This is how you find out insight about yourself, and this is how you learn about yourself. You've got to make the effort to do it. So you're going to make this self-care log, and you're going to make a note of everything that you do for your self-care each day for 2 weeks. So whatever day you're watching this on, day 1, here's what I'm doing for my self-care today. This is what I did. This is how long I did it for. This is how I felt before and after, right? So I felt like this, I did this, and then I felt this, right? And then you're going to do that for days in a row, and you're going to start to be able to, by the time you're done with this, step back and look and say, okay, I did this, this, and this, and this is when I felt the best, right? And I didn't do this. This is when I didn't feel so great, or whatever patterns it is that you start to notice. So that's why that self-care log is super, super important. All right, so start to pay attention to that. The next thing is that I want you to just very simply take breaks to just do nothing but breathe. And I'm not meaning you have to sit and do long meditations, although that would be awesome if you have time to do a 20-minute meditation. But if you don't, or whatever the timing is, but if you don't, take a few minutes, just stop, walk away, put your phone away, leave the computer, leave the group of people, whatever it is that you need to do. If you have to go sit in a bathroom stall, go sit in a bathroom stall, and just sit there for a few minutes and take a few deep breaths and just let everything go and come back to, okay, here I am. This is what I'm focused on. This is how I'm feeling. Okay, I'm going to accept that. I'm not going to fight myself. I see what's happening here. I'm just going to let it go, right? So I actually have a breathing exercise for you. I'm going to run through it right now. So if you want to do it with me, go ahead. You can come back to this video later. You can hit pause or you can just rewatch the whole thing again. But this is something that you're going to want to do. When you have quiet space, you're not doing something like driving, you're not distracted, right? You can really focus. So this is only going to take a few minutes, but here's what I want you to do. Wherever you are, standing, sitting, lying down, whatever it is, wherever you feel the most comfortable, I just want you to relax, close your eyes. We're going to let go of all expectations of how you're going to feel after this. We're not worried about it. We're not worried about thoughts are coming in. We're not worried about, I don't know how to meditate. None of that matters. None of that matters. You don't need to know how to meditate to do this. Thoughts are great. That's fine. Don't worry about it, all right? So here we go. We're going to do this quick breathing exercises. So I want you to go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to inhale, counting to the count of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I want you to exhale, counting to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, and inhale all that positive energy, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, letting go of everything negative, everything that doesn't serve you, 3, 4. Now continue breathing in that pattern, and I want you to follow your breath as it moves through your entire body. So breathing in and feeling where that goes all throughout your body, and exhaling and just feeling where that goes all throughout your body. And now as you're breathing, I want you to imagine that you're inhaling, and this, as you inhale all that positive, loving energy and light, there's a straight line of just a beautiful white light running through you from top to bottom. This is your center. This is your steady. This is where you're balanced, calm, and clear. And just imagine that white line as you breathe in and out, balancing you out, feeling it really connect you, coming to your center, and guiding you to that place of calm and security. And just continue breathing at your natural pace, following that line, feeling more balanced and more relaxed. And if a distraction happens to come, thoughts start to enter, that's fine. You can just say hello to them and then come back to your breathing. You're doing it perfectly correct. Just always come back to your breath, come back to that line whenever you catch yourself getting distracted. focusing on that beautiful white light, just running up and down and expanding and filling your whole body, your whole soul, your whole mind, everything, connecting you to that deep place of center where you are calm, balanced, and relaxed. And just connect to that steady place of steadiness within you. Now, as you continue to breathe, I want you to visualize yourself getting the job done and things going well. So whatever it is that had you feeling worried, visualize yourself, you know what, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to do things one thing at a time. Everything's going to get done and everything's going to be fine. So just breathing in and focusing on that. And then finally, slowly open your eyes when you're ready and focus on coming back to this moment, feeling more centered, more trusting, and more relaxed. So I feel relaxed. I was pretty much reading that out. I feel much more relaxed. I hope that helps you feel more relaxed. You can always come back to this exercise or any other exercise, but the breath is really, really powerful, especially that out breath when you're just really letting go of things is so important. So practice that, take those breaks, and that is one surefire way to help you begin to relax. Again, it won't happen like this. It's probably going to have to be a series of events and a practice that you get into, but if you're patient with it and you're disciplined about it, it's going to help you come back to that place of calm, centered, steady, and relaxed. So remember, hold your boundaries, take care of yourself, do that self-care log, find out what's really going on, what helps you. It's going to give you a lot of insight to yourself, and take those breathing breaks. And that'll help you, again, go from rattled to relaxed. So that's it. My name is Misty. If you want a copy of my book, The Athlete Mental Health Playbook, by the way, which has all kinds of exercises and tools, it explains meditation, all kinds of things in it that really are going to help you go from that anxious place of being anxious to a place of relaxed. Go ahead and check that out. You can pick it up for free actually right now at at athletementalhealthplaybook.com. So it's athletementalhealthplaybook.com. You can pick it up for free. I'm giving that out away for free for a limited time. So as of the time of this video, it's still up and running. So I hope that was helpful to you. Let me know in the comments. Always feel free to reach out to me, and I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day.